Guess what really drives your sense of smell? The loss of smell, or anosmia, can actually be a surprising early sign of serious neurological conditions like Parkinson's and Alzheimer's disease. This change often shows up years before other, more recognizable symptoms come to light. Imagine waking up one day and not being able to enjoy your favorite food's aroma or the scent of fresh flowers. For many, this could be the first clue that something deeper is going on in the brain. Researchers believe that damage to specific brain regions responsible for processing smells might be linked to these conditions. By paying attention to changes in our sense of smell, we could catch these diseases much earlier and potentially improve outcomes with timely interventions. Isn't it fascinating how our senses can be windows into our health? What other ordinary signs might be pointing to hidden health issues? Here's a wild fact about supernovae. These brilliant explosions mark the death of massive stars and produce some of the universe's most stunning displays. You might think supernovae are uncommon since they only happen about once every 100 years in an individual galaxy. However, with billions of galaxies filled with stars throughout the universe, a supernova occurs somewhere approximately every second or two. This means while we may not witness one too often in our own galaxy, they are happening all around us. Supernovae play a crucial role in enriching the universe with heavy elements like gold and iron, which are essential for the formation of planets and life. Their powerful shock waves can trigger the birth of new stars, creating an ongoing cycle of stellar birth and death. So the next time you gaze at the night sky, remember that somewhere out there, a dramatic cosmic event is lighting up the universe. Guess what really drives movie access in Compton? The movie Straight Outta Compton faced an unexpected challenge. It couldn't be screened in its own hometown due to the lack of local theaters. This disconnected the film from its audience, which is ironic because it's all about the rise of hip-hop legends NWA. The absence of theaters in Compton meant that residents had to travel elsewhere to see their own story on the big screen. This situation reflects a larger issue of accessibility in urban areas, where entertainment options can be limited. While film festivals and community screenings have tried to bridge this gap, many people still feel left out of the cultural narratives that define their lives. The disconnect between a film celebrating local history and the inability of local audiences to access it raises important questions about representation and community engagement in the film industry. How can we make sure every story reaches its rightful audience? Discover the origins of the Tony Awards. The Tony Awards were named after Antoinette Tony Perry, a talented actress and producer who played a key role in shaping American theater. After her passing, the awards were created to honor her legacy and recognize outstanding achievements in theater. Established in 1947, the Tonys aimed not only to celebrate artistic excellence, but also to lift the spirits of soldiers and civilians during the challenging times of World War II. This annual ceremony showcases the best performances on Broadway, making it a prestigious event for actors, playwrights, and producers alike. Winning a Tony can significantly boost a career, often becoming a dream for many in the theater industry. So when you see a performer holding that coveted statue, remember the inspiration behind it and the enduring impact of Tony Perry on the world of theater. Ever thought about why sloths move so slowly? The three-toed sloth is famous for its extreme sluggishness, snoozing up to 22 hours a day. Imagine spending most of your time asleep and only climbing down from trees once a week just to relieve yourself. This unique lifestyle isn't a lazy choice. It's a clever evolutionary strategy. By moving at a snail's pace, the sloth can avoid drawing attention from predators like jaguars and eagles. Their greenish fur, often home to algae, helps them blend into the trees, making them less visible. While other animals scurry about, sloths take their time, munching on leaves and cherishing the slow life. They have a specialized diet that consists mostly of tough, nutrient-poor leaves, which encourages their laid-back vibe. So the next time someone calls you slow, just remember that sometimes taking it easy has its perks. What if I told you gorillas love their beauty sleep? Gorillas sleep for around 14 hours each day, which means they spend more than half their lives resting. This impressive amount of sleep contributes to their calm and strong demeanor, giving them the energy they need for their active moments. When they're not lounging, you can often find these gentle giants munching on fruits, leaves, and stems in their natural habitat. Their serene lifestyle allows them to maintain a peaceful social structure within their groups. Resting not only helps them recharge, but also plays a crucial role in their overall health and well-being. In the wild, the safety of a good nap is paramount, as sleeping time is when they can be more vulnerable to predators. So next time you catch yourself snoozing, remember, you're sharing a common love for rest with these remarkable creatures. Here's a wild fact about human teeth. Did you know that our teeth are covered in enamel, which is a remarkable yet non-living tissue? This strong outer layer is nearly as hard as diamonds, making it perfect for protecting our teeth from daily wear and tear. However, unlike other parts of our body that can heal and regenerate, teeth cannot repair themselves when damaged. When you get a cavity or crack, the enamel itself can't grow back. That means if you break a tooth or develop decay, you'll need to visit a dentist for treatment. The challenge lies in preventing damage in the first place, which is why good oral hygiene is so vital. Brushing twice a day, flossing, and visiting your dentist regularly can help keep your enamel strong and your smile bright. Isn't it fascinating how something so tough can also be so fragile when it comes to healing? So how can we better take care of our precious teeth? Surprisingly, smiling can actually make you happier. Research shows that forcing a smile can boost your mood by sending positive signals to your brain. When you smile, even if it feels a bit forced at first, it can trigger the release of feel-good chemicals like endorphins. One fascinating study revealed that people who receive Botox injections, which prevent them from frowning, reported feeling noticeably happier. This suggests that reducing the ability to frown might help create a more positive mindset. So whether it's a genuine grin or a practiced smile, the simple act of smiling can make a big difference in how you feel. Next time you're feeling down, try putting on a smile, even if you don't feel like it. You might be surprised by the uplifting effect it can have. Why not give it a shot and see how it changes your day? Prepare to be amazed by Jim Carrey's MTV Awards prank. In 1999, the charismatic comedian pulled off one of the most memorable tricks in award show history. Attending the MTV Awards in disguise as a scruffy hippie, Carrey managed to fool even the sharp-eyed Samuel L. Jackson. He donned a wild wig, beads, and tattered clothes, completely transforming his appearance. But the fun didn't stop there. After winning the prestigious Best Actor award for his role in The Truman Show, Jim took the stage not as himself but still in character. His energetic and silly antics had the audience in stitches, proving that he not only had talent in acting, but also a knack for entertaining. This unexpected moment showcased his playful spirit and love for comedy, making it an unforgettable highlight of the night. It left everyone wondering if they'd ever recognize him again. As we look back at that hilarious event, it reminds us just how creative and unpredictable Jim Carrey can be. What do you think he would disguise himself as next? You won't believe this about the Geion Matsuri Festival. Celebrated for over 1,000 years, the Geion Matsuri Festival in Kyoto, Japan, is one of the largest and most prestigious festivals in the country. This vibrant event features stunning parades filled with colorful floats, traditional music, and energetic performances, showcasing Japan's rich cultural heritage. Locals and tourists alike gather to experience the excitement as elaborate processions wind through the streets. The festival originally began to pray for a bountiful harvest and to ward off disaster, making it a significant part of the local community's identity. As the festival has evolved, it has retained its spirit while integrating modern elements, allowing even more people to partake in the fun. Every July, the city transforms into a lively celebration that captures the hearts of all who attend. Have you ever wished to witness such a remarkable event firsthand? Why exactly does the giant squid capture our imagination? This fascinating creature is one of the largest invertebrates on the planet, with some specimens stretching an astonishing 14 yards long. To put that in perspective, imagine a creature capable of wrapping itself around a small bus. Its impressive size is complemented by its enormous eyes, which are the largest of any known animal, about the size of dinner plates. These colossal eyes are particularly advantageous for spotting both prey and predators in the darkness of the deep ocean, where sunlight barely penetrates. However, the giant squid lives in an extreme deep-sea environment, making it challenging for researchers to study this marvelous creature thoroughly. Much of what we know comes from rare encounters and fleeting video footage, revealing just glimpses of its behavior. Some researchers speculate that giant squids are solitary wanderers, while others suggest they might communicate or even socialize in the mysterious depths of the ocean. As technology continues to advance, we may soon unravel more secrets about these enigmatic giants lurking in the abysses of our oceans. Lizards that really walk on water? The basilisk lizard, often nicknamed the Jesus Christ lizard, has a fascinating talent that truly astounds. It can run across the surface of water. These incredible creatures achieve this feat thanks to their remarkably wide feet, which allow them to distribute their weight evenly. When a basilisk lizard sprints, it moves so quickly that it creates tiny air pockets beneath its feet, effectively allowing it to stay above the water surface. You might picture them darting across ponds, leaving rippling trails behind them. But their water-walking skills aren't just for show. They help these lizards escape predators and catch prey. In fact, scientists have studied their unique technique to understand the mechanics behind their graceful gliding. It combines speed, foot structure, and agile movements, making the basilisk a true marvel of nature. So next time you hear about lizards, remember that some can literally sprint on water? How cool is that? Did you know that Bluetooth is named after a Viking king? This innovative technology allows our phones, headphones, and other gadgets to communicate without wires, making life so much easier. The name Bluetooth comes from King Harald Bluetooth Gormson, who ruled in the 10th century. He was famous for uniting Denmark and Norway, much like how Bluetooth unites different devices. Just like the king brought people together, Bluetooth connects devices like smartphones, speakers, and computers over short distances. When you pair your new wireless earbuds with your phone, you're not just enjoying music without cords, you're echoing the legacy of a king who valued unity. The next time you share a playlist or connect with a friend using Bluetooth, think of Harold's accomplishments and know that a piece of history is woven into your everyday technology. How cool is that? Is it really true that New York is so watery? Absolutely. New York is the U.S. state surrounded by the most water after Hawaii, making it a unique geographical wonder. With the Atlantic Ocean to the southeast, enormous lakes like Erie and Ontario, and a network of rivers, New York's landscape is beautifully defined by water. This abundance doesn't just create stunning views, it also shapes the state's vibrant skyline and iconic bridges. Think of the Brooklyn Bridge illuminating the East River at sunset, or the fog rolling in across the waters, creating a dreamy atmosphere. The presence of vast bodies of water influences everything from the local climate to recreational activities. Whether you're enjoying a sunny day at a beach or sailing on Lake Erie, the water is always a part of New York's charm. So next time you visit, just remember, you're in a state that's a haven for water lovers. Can you imagine that sharks have super teeth? Did you know human teeth are made of enamel, the hardest substance in our bodies? They're specifically designed for biting and chewing our food, helping us enjoy meals. In contrast, shark teeth have a different purpose. They're built for killing and holding on to prey. While humans usually get just 2 sets of teeth in a lifetime, one set in childhood and another in adulthood, sharks have it much better. These incredible creatures continuously replace their teeth throughout their lives, growing new ones every few weeks. This remarkable ability ensures they always have sharp teeth ready for hunting. In fact, a single shark can lose thousands of teeth over its lifetime and still have a full set. So the next time you appreciate your smile, remember that the ocean's top predator has its own brand of dental superpower. Can you find an A in English numbers below 1,000? It's a fascinating quirk of the English language that no numerals from 1 to 999 contain the letter A. When we list out the numbers, starting with 1, 2, 3, and so on, we notice all these words are free from the letter. Even when we get to larger numbers like 800 or 900, still no A appears. This means if you want a number that has an A, you must go beyond 1000. The first numeral that contains the letter is 1000 itself. This little peculiarity is part of what makes language so interesting, as it highlights how different languages can handle numbers in unique ways. So next time you count, think of how something as simple as a number can reveal quirks of English. Have you tried mouse melons yet? These tiny wonders, also known as cucumber melons, pack a punch despite their size. Native to Central America, mouse melons look like tiny watermelons, typically no bigger than a grape. But don't let their size fool you. They burst with a unique citrusy flavor that's sure to tantalize your taste buds. Easy to grow in warm climates, these small fruits are perfect for home gardens. You can enjoy them raw as a refreshing snack or try pickling them for a zesty treat. Plus, they're not just delicious. Mouse melons are loaded with antioxidants and fiber, making them a healthy addition to your diet. Whether you're a gardening enthusiast or a food lover, mouse melons are a fun and nutritious choice to explore. So why not give them a try and add something new to your plate? You might be shocked to learn that curious about Brunei's unique monarchy. In the tiny nation of Brunei, located on the picturesque island of Borneo, a striking example of absolute monarchy emerges. This system places Sultan Hassan al-Bolkiah in control of nearly all aspects of governance, allowing him to make decisions ranging from laws to economic policies without the checks present in many modern governments. Remarkably, Brunei is among only 2 countries in Asia that adhere to this traditional form of rule, standing out in an increasingly democratic world. One of the most fascinating features of this monarchy is the Sultan's immense wealth, which is estimated at a staggering $20 billion. This fortune is largely derived from Brunei's abundant oil and gas reserves, solidifying his status as one of the richest individuals on the planet. Sultan Hassan al-Bolkiah's opulent lifestyle reflects his financial power, as he intertwines classic grandeur with contemporary living. This unique blend of authority and affluence not only shapes Brunei's national identity, but also raises intriguing questions about the balance of power, wealth, and governance in our evolving global landscape. Prepare to be amazed by the Tornado ACS machine. This innovative technology offers an eco-friendly way to tackle unwanted graffiti without harmful chemicals. Instead of using toxic solvents that can damage surfaces and pollute the environment, the Tornado ACS machine utilizes a unique system to blast away graffiti with precision. It works by using high-pressure air and a specially designed biodegradable cleaning agent, making it safe for both the walls it cleans and the planet. This remarkable solution not only restores the beauty of public spaces, but also keeps communities looking neat and tidy. Cities around the world are adopting the Tornado ACS machine to enhance their urban areas while staying environmentally responsible. So next time you see a vibrant mural or a clean wall, it might just be thanks to this amazing technology. How many more cities will join the green movement with this machine? Is it really true that coffee fights gallstones? Recent research suggests it might. A study conducted in 2019 found a fascinating link between coffee consumption and a reduced risk of gallstones. Gallstones are small, hard deposits that form in the gallbladder, sometimes causing intense pain and digestive issues. The study indicated that people who regularly drank coffee experienced a lower likelihood of developing these pesky stones. Coffee lovers may be excited to hear that their daily cup could come with some surprising health perks. While the exact reasons behind this protective effect aren't entirely clear, coffee's rich blend of antioxidants and other compounds might play a significant role. So next time you enjoy a warm cup, remember that your caffeine habit might be doing more than just waking you up. It could also be looking out for your gallbladder. Is it really illegal to drive a camel in Nevada? You might be surprised to learn that this quirky law actually exists. In the state known for its dazzling deserts and vibrant Las Vegas Strip, driving a camel on the highway is strictly prohibited. This regulation comes from concerns about safety and traffic regulations, since camels aren't exactly your average vehicle. Instead, Nevada encourages residents to think about alternative modes of transport, like elephants or donkeys. which are still capable of carrying goods or riders. Although seeing a camel trotting down a busy highway might delight some, it's important to remember that they belong on less traveled roads where they can roam more freely. So next time you're on a Nevada road trip, keep an eye out for all kinds of wildlife, but leave the camels at home. Can you believe ants can be suicide bombers? Some species of ants, like the notorious Camponotus saundersi, have a fascinating and shocking survival tactic. These brave little warriors are known as suicide bomber ants because they can voluntarily rupture their bodies. When faced with a threat, these specialized individuals explode to release a deadly toxic substance that can fend off predators and protect their colony. This selfless act is not just a wild survival strategy. It serves a vital purpose for the entire colony. By sacrificing themselves, these ants help ensure the safety of their fellow colony members, which is essential for the survival of their species. The toxic goo released can deter larger attackers and provide a temporary defense, allowing other ants a chance to escape or regroup. Nature reveals many astonishing strategies, but this extreme form of altruism among ants undoubtedly stands out. Have you ever encountered something so extraordinary in nature before? Ever thought about why birds are drawn to Lake Natron? This Tanzanian lake is famous for its striking yet deadly properties. With its exceptionally high alkalinity and scorching temperatures, Lake Natron creates an environment where few creatures can survive. The lake's surface gleams with brilliant colors, often misleading unsuspecting birds flying above. These birds, mistaking the surface for safe water, sometimes crash down into the lake, facing a grim destiny. Upon contact with the highly alkaline water, they quickly become desiccated, transforming into eerie stone-like figures. Many of these unfortunate creatures are found along the shore, resembling statues that appear frozen in time. This bizarre phenomenon has captivated both scientists and photographers, highlighting the harsh but mesmerizing landscape of Lake Natron. The area teaches us important lessons about the perils of nature and the resilience required to navigate extreme ecosystems. So next time you hear about this enchanting yet treacherous lake, will you remember its deadly secret? Here's something incredible about alien communication. Many scientists believe that intelligent life forms may communicate in ways we have yet to imagine. While we tune into radio signals and search for familiar patterns, these advanced civilizations could be using methods that are completely beyond our understanding. For instance, they might employ quantum communication, a technique that allows information to be shared instantly over vast distances by utilizing the principles of quantum physics. This means their signals could be flying past us unnoticed, simply because we lack the technology to recognize them. Imagine a world where beings from another planet are sending messages right to us, using techniques that sound more like science fiction than reality. If they are out there, what would they want to say? Could they be sharing knowledge, stories, or warnings? The universe is vast and mysterious, and the possibilities for communication might be even more extraordinary than we realize. Why did England skip 11 days in 1752? This surprising event happened when the British government decided to adopt the Gregorian calendar, which was already in use by most of Europe. Before this change, England followed the Julian calendar, which was out of sync with the seasons. To correct this, they needed to eliminate the discrepancy by skipping 11 days. As a result, September 3rd, 1752 was followed directly by September 14th, leaving many people bewildered. Some even thought it was a government conspiracy to cheat them out of days or wages. To ease concerns, the government reassured its citizens that they would still receive their pay as usual. Despite this promise, the abrupt shift led to confusion and protests, with some people claiming they had lost 11 days of their lives. Today, this historical moment reminds us how significant a simple calendar change can be and how it still affects us. Prepare to be amazed by the Draco volans. This incredible little lizard from Southeast Asian forests has a spectacular ability to glide through the air. With its unique wing-like extensions formed from its ribs, covered by a thin membrane, the Draco volans can soar distances of up to 10 meters. This adaptation not only helps it escape predators, but also allows it to navigate its tree-dominated environment more easily. When it glides, the lizard spreads out its limbs to catch the air and steer itself, turning tree to tree with impressive skill. This amazing ability is a result of millions of years of evolution, allowing the Draco to thrive in its habitat where climbing is just as important as flying. So the next time you find yourself in a Southeast Asian forest, keep an eye out for this master of the skies. You just might witness one of nature's coolest aerial acrobats. What if I told you about the giant glyptodon? This prehistoric mammal which roamed South America around 10,000 years ago was truly a sight to behold. Imagine an armadillo the size of a small car, like a Fiat 600, rolling through ancient landscapes. The glyptodon had a tough, protective shell that shielded it from predators, acting like its own personal fortress. Its reinforced tail was not just for show, it could be used as a weapon against attackers. Living in a world where saber-toothed cats roamed, the glyptodon needed every bit of armor it could muster. Evidence suggests it could weigh up to a ton, making it one of the largest known creatures of its time. Unfortunately, as the climate changed and humans started to encroach on their habitats, these fascinating animals went extinct. Isn't it amazing to think about the diverse creatures that once inhabited our planet? Discover the daring world of Silk Road smuggling. When the Ottoman Empire decided to block the Silk Road, it created a major challenge for merchants who relied on this vital trade route. Faced with strict restrictions, many of these traders resorted to clever strategies like smuggling and bribery to keep their businesses afloat. This situation reveals just how determined people can be to maintain their livelihoods, even when the odds are stacked against them. Traders would often hide goods in secret compartments or use false documents to deceive authorities. Bribing local officials became a common practice, allowing them to slip past checkpoints unnoticed. The risks were high, but for many, the potential rewards outweighed the danger. Through ingenuity and bravery, these merchants navigated a complicated web of obstacles, showing us that the spirit of trade knows no bounds. How did these acts of defiance shape our understanding of commerce? What if dolphins have their own names? Researchers have discovered that dolphins use unique whistles to identify and communicate with each other, much like humans use names. This fascinating behavior showcases their intelligence and social structure in the ocean. Each dolphin has a distinctive whistle that acts as its identifier, meaning that when one dolphin calls out, it's not just a random sound, it's specifically aimed at another dolphin. This ability to recognize and respond to these unique whistles points to complex social interactions among dolphins, suggesting that they have a sophisticated understanding of their environment and relationships. They live in tight-knit communities, and these name-like sounds help strengthen bonds and coordination within their pods. This remarkable finding opens the door to understanding how intelligence and communication work in the animal kingdom, raising questions about how other marine species might also communicate. Who knew that dolphins might be calling each other by name in the waves? Believe it or not, a landmark surgery faced serious challenges. In 2016, surgeons successfully performed the world's first penis transplant in South Africa, marking a huge breakthrough in medical science. This surgery aimed to help a patient who had lost his genitals due to a traumatic injury. However, just 2 weeks after the groundbreaking procedure, the transplant was reversed. The recipient and his wife reported experiencing severe psychological issues, struggling to cope with the emotional impact of the surgery. Despite the initial excitement surrounding the operation, the couple ultimately decided that the psychological toll outweighed the benefits. This case highlights the complexities of organ transplantation, where physical health advancements must also consider mental well-being. It raises important questions about the intersection of science and psychology in improving lives after trauma. How do we support both physical and mental health in such situations? Here's a wild fact about beavers and their swimming skills. These remarkable animals have adapted to their watery habitats in fascinating ways. One surprising adaptation is the presence of special valves located in their ears and noses. When beavers dive underwater, these valves automatically close, sealing off their ear and nasal passages. This unique feature allows them to hold their breath and stay submerged for up to 15 minutes. Imagine swimming in a river while effortlessly dodging predators or searching for tasty plants at the bottom, all while holding your breath. Beavers are excellent swimmers thanks to their webbed feet and powerful tails that help propel them through the water. Their ability to stay underwater not only aids in their daily activities but also helps them avoid danger from animals like wolves and coyotes. Next time you spot a beaver, remember the incredible adaptations that allow it to thrive in its aquatic environment. Isn't nature just amazing? Ever seen the world through an insect's eyes? Some insects and small birds enjoy a unique superpower. They perceive their surroundings in slow motion. This incredible ability comes from their brain's capacity to process information faster than larger animals like elephants. Imagine you're a tiny dragonfly zipping around the sky. While you dart away from a hungry predator, your brain is busy taking in details at lightning speed. This heightened perception helps these small creatures react quickly to sudden movements, dodging danger like a pro. In contrast, larger animals experience the world at a more leisurely pace, giving them less time to react to threats. For instance, an elephant will process its surroundings more slowly, which can sometimes make it vulnerable. This fascinating difference in perception showcases the incredible diversity of life on our planet and the various adaptations that help animals survive. So the next time you spot a fluttering butterfly or a buzzing bee, remember that they might just be experiencing life in a completely different dimension. Is it really true that Africa is the hottest continent? Yes, it absolutely is. With regions like the Sahara Desert, temperatures can soar above 50 degrees Celsius, 122 degrees Fahrenheit, making Africa a land of extreme heat. However, its climate is not just one thing. It ranges from scorching deserts to lush tropical rainforests and sprawling savannas. This diversity is fascinating, yet the intense heat creates serious challenges. Many areas face severe water scarcity, which is a big concern for millions of people living there. As Africa's population continues to grow, the strain on food resources and water only intensifies, especially in the face of climate change. This hot and changing environment raises important questions about the future, pushing communities to innovate and adapt. What measures will be taken to ensure everyone has enough food and clean water? Guess what really drives Shark Tank deals? According to the Shark Tank contract, mentioning the name of any company you own gives the show a significant stake in your business. Specifically, if you drop your company's name while on the show, Shark Tank automatically secures a 5% ownership interest or a whopping 2% of your lifetime profits. This means that even if you don't seal a deal with the Sharks, they could still have a claim to your business profits. Many entrepreneurs join the show hoping to gain funding and exposure, but it's essential to understand the implications of this contract. This unusual clause can affect your financial future long after the cameras stop rolling. So next time you watch an entrepreneur pitch their idea, remember that their words could lead to a long-lasting partnership with Shark Tank, whether they like it or not. Have you thought about the real costs of fame? Did you know Gottfried Leibniz changed math forever? Back in 1689, this brilliant philosopher and mathematician introduced the binary system, a groundbreaking way of representing numbers using just the digits 0 and 1. Leibniz thought that this simple approach mirrored the divine creation of the universe, showing how complex thoughts and calculations could emerge from such a minimal set of symbols. Imagine explaining everything from basic arithmetic to intricate logic using only 2 numbers. This concept laid the foundation for modern computing, as today's computers rely on binary code to process information efficiently. By switching on and off, or using ones and zeros, machines can execute countless tasks we take for granted. So next time you type on a keyboard or browse the internet, take a moment to appreciate Leibniz's genius that started it all. Did you know sliced bread came before television? It's amazing to think that one of the most important inventions of the 20th century, the television, hit the scene just 2 years after sliced bread made its debut. Sliced bread was patented in 1928 by Otto Frederick Rohvetter, who revolutionized the way we enjoy sandwiches. This new convenience made it easier for families to prepare meals and contributed to the bustling culture of the time. Then in 1930, the first television was demonstrated, capturing the imagination of millions and shaping how we consume entertainment. Imagine people gathering around their living rooms, marveling at the magic of moving pictures while munching on fresh sandwiches. This timeline shows how technological innovations can make everyday life easier and more enjoyable. So next time you enjoy a sandwich in front of your favorite show, remember how the invention of these two beloved staples changed our world. Did you know that female tarantulas live much longer? While most male tarantulas have a short lifespan of just 5 to 10 years, their female counterparts can thrive for an astonishing 30 years. This striking difference in longevity is mainly due to the unique reproductive habits of these spiders. During mating, male tarantulas often risk their lives. They can be eaten by females right after mating or die shortly afterward, having fulfilled their reproductive role. On the other hand, females continue to live well beyond this critical period, spending their long lives laying eggs and nurturing their offspring. This extended lifespan allows them to face the challenges of the wild, such as predators and environmental changes. So if you ever come across a tarantula, remember that the female may have decades ahead of her, while the male has likely played his part and moved on. This might surprise you. Hello Kitty is not a cat. Created by the Japanese company Sanrio, Hello Kitty isn't the feline character many people believe her to be. In reality, she is a British girl named Kitty White. Living in a suburb of London, Kitty White enjoys a charming life with her family. She has parents and even a twin sister named Mimi, who shares her love for adventure. Although she has a cat-like appearance, with a cute face and no mouth, Kitty expresses a variety of emotions through her friendly demeanor. This clever character debuted in 1974 and quickly became a global icon, appearing on everything from plush toys to fashion items. The design reflects a whimsical world that appeals to both children and adults alike. Today, Hello Kitty is not just a character. She's a brand that stands for cuteness and friendship, captivating hearts around the globe. So next time you see her, remember, there's a little girl behind that adorable face. Surprising loyalty revealed in American marriages. It turns out 80% of American men would pick the same woman to marry again if they had the chance. This statistic challenges common stereotypes about marriage, suggesting that many men are deeply satisfied with their relationships. The finding indicates a strong sense of connection and commitment, highlighting how love and companionship can withstand the ups and downs of life. It also reflects the importance of shared values and mutual respect, factors that contribute to lasting partnerships. Whether through love, friendship, or shared experiences, these bonds often create an unbreakable tie. So what keeps men choosing their wives time and time again? The answer could be found in appreciation and admiration for their partners, signaling that love can flourish even amidst the challenges of marriage. You might be shocked to learn that Jolly is a game changer. Through her powerful visuals and impactful campaigns, Jolly has become a leading voice for environmental awareness. Her work shines a light on the dangers of harmful products like plastics and pesticides, encouraging people to make smarter choices for our planet. With every eye-catching image she shares, Jolly captivates audiences and inspires them to think twice about their consumption habits. Collaborating with scientists and environmental experts, she develops effective strategies to address pressing environmental issues. Jolly believes that even small changes can make a big difference. By rallying communities to join her cause, she's showing that collective action can greatly reduce environmental stress. Whether it's through social media or community events, Jolly's passion motivates individuals to be stewards of the earth. So are you ready to join her movement and help create a cleaner, greener world? Did you know peas have been around for thousands of years? These tiny green wonders are not just a delightful addition to your dinner plate. They are one of the oldest cultivated vegetables in the world. Evidence shows that humans have been enjoying peas for over 23,000 years, starting off as wild forage food. It wasn't until about 8,000 to 10,000 years ago, in the Fertile Crescent of the Middle East, that people began actively cultivating them. Imagine our ancestors gathering these little legumes from the wild, long before agriculture became common. As time passed, peas grew in popularity, spreading from the Middle East to Europe and Asia. Today, they are a staple in many kitchens, bringing bright color and nutrition to countless dishes. Whether you love them fresh, frozen, or dried, These ancient veggies continue to be a favorite all around the globe. Guess what really drives our growing forests? Since 1990, the United States has experienced a surprising transformation in its landscape, with a net gain of nearly 20 million acres of forest. This remarkable increase can be attributed to a combination of factors, including better forest management practices, increased reforestation efforts, and economic shifts that have led to less land being cleared for agriculture and development. As more people recognize the importance of forests for biodiversity, climate regulation, and recreational opportunities, communities are investing in the restoration and preservation of their natural environments. These thriving forests not only provide habitat for countless species, but also improve air and water quality, combat climate change, and offer spaces for recreation. Isn't it inspiring to see how collective action can lead to such positive changes in our environment? Why exactly does gallium melt at such low temperatures? Gallium is a fascinating metal that defies our expectations about what metals should be like. It has a melting point of only 29.76 degrees Celsius, meaning it can transition from solid to liquid in a warm room or even in your hand. This unique property makes gallium incredibly useful in various applications, especially in electronics, where it helps improve efficiency by managing heat. And that's not all. Because of its ability to form alloys with other metals, gallium is used in thermal energy storage systems, allowing us to better capture and use heat in a sustainable way. Imagine a world where we can store heat just like we store energy in batteries. With gallium alloys making strides in technology, it's clear that this low-melting metal has a big role to play in our future. Have you ever wondered why some animals pause pregnancy? In fascinating cases like the red kangaroo and roe deer, nature has equipped them with a special survival tool called embryonic diapause. This amazing ability allows these mammals to pause the development of their embryos when conditions aren't ideal, such as during droughts or food shortages. For instance, a female red kangaroo can delay her embryo's growth for several months, waiting for the right moment when the environment improves. This means she can conserve energy and resources until she can successfully raise her young. By doing so, these animals increase the chances of survival for their offspring, ensuring that when conditions finally become favorable, they can give birth to healthy, thriving babies. Isn't it incredible how evolution empowers these mammals to adapt to their surroundings? You might be shocked to learn about Antarctica's fierce winds. These are known as katabatic winds, and they can roar down the icy slopes at astonishing speeds of up to 200 miles per hour, 322 kilometers per hour. As cold air from the high interior of the continent flows down toward the coast, it accelerates, creating extremely powerful gusts. This phenomenon is due to the difference in pressure and temperature, as the denser cold air sinks while lighter warm air rises. When conditions are just right, these winds can create a dramatic and sometimes dangerous environment, blasting through the landscape and sculpting ice formations in their path. Picture snow swirling and ice cracking under the ferocity of these gusts. Scientists study these winds not just for their dramatic effects, but also to understand their role in the larger climate system. Can you imagine what it must feel like to stand in such an extreme wind? What if I told you no clock is perfectly accurate? It may sound surprising, but every clock on Earth has its flaws. While metrologists, the scientists who study measurement, utilize advanced technology to achieve remarkable precision in timekeeping, they still face limits. Even atomic clocks, which are the gold standard for accuracy, can experience tiny discrepancies. In fact, to maintain a global standard for time, experts compile a global average time from the measurements reported by various national laboratories. This ensures we're all synchronized as closely as possible, but it highlights how our quest for precise timekeeping is an ongoing challenge. So next time you check the time, remember that even the most advanced clocks have a little wiggle room when it comes to accuracy. Isn't it fascinating how our understanding of time is continually evolving? You might be shocked to learn that Maura Murray vanished. In 2004, this college student from Massachusetts faced a seemingly routine car accident in New Hampshire that took a puzzling turn. After her vehicle hit a snowbank, Police and witnesses quickly arrived at the scene. However, despite these people being right there, Maura mysteriously disappeared without a single clue. This strange vanishing act sparked a whirlwind of theories, ranging from abduction to voluntary disappearance. Her case has intrigued true crime enthusiasts and investigators alike for years. People have speculated about her motivations. Did she want to escape life pressures, or was there something more sinister at play? Every lead has been followed, and countless volunteers have searched the areas around the accident site. Yet nearly 2 decades later, Maura's fate remains a haunting mystery, captivating those who hear her story. What really happened to her that fateful night? Did you know the ocean is deeper than you think? At an average depth of about 3,282 meters, roughly 2.3 miles, the ocean is a vast and mysterious world that covers more than 70% of our planet. This immense depth means that if you could stand at the bottom of the Mariana Trench, the deepest part of the ocean, you'd be over 11 kilometers underwater. That's nearly 3 times the height of Mount Everest. Many people find it hard to imagine just how deep the ocean goes. But this dark and cold environment is home to astonishing creatures like giant squids and bioluminescent fish, which have adapted to survive in extreme conditions. Yet despite its vastness, we have explored less than 20% of the ocean floor. This raises important questions about what other amazing life forms and geological wonders remain undiscovered beneath the waves. What secrets could be hidden in the deep blue? Have you seen the world's narrowest house in Poland? This quirky building, called the Curated House, is just 92 centimeters wide. Tucked between 2 larger buildings in Warsaw, it boasts a unique design that challenges the idea of what a house can be. Imagine living in a space so narrow that you can almost touch both walls with your arms outstretched. The Curated House is not only a fascinating architectural feat, but also a symbol of creativity and resilience. It was designed by Israeli architect Jakub Szczesny and serves as a temporary home for visiting writers and artists. Inside, the layout is thoughtfully arranged, making the most of every inch of space. It raises questions about urban living and how we define home, especially in crowded cities. So are you curious about how people adapt to such small living spaces? Guess what really drives scams against seniors? In 2023, elderly Americans became the target of numerous scams, resulting in a staggering collective loss of over $3 billion. Scammers often prey on older adults because they may be isolated, less familiar with technology, or trusting. The tactics used can range from fake lottery winnings to deceptive phone calls claiming to be from government agencies. These scams can have devastating effects, leaving victims not only financially drained, but also emotionally traumatized. Awareness is crucial. Organizations and families must work together to educate seniors about common scams and how to spot them. Simple steps, like never sharing personal information or verifying calls before responding, can protect them. Community programs that focus on prevention and support can also make a difference. So what can we do to help our older loved ones stay safe? Alaska's Blue Lake, nature's crystal clear gem. There's a stunning spot in Alaska that many people overlook. Blue Lake, famous for its unbelievably clear waters. This lake is so transparent that you can see as deep as 98 feet. What makes it so pure? The secret lies in the lack of aquatic life. Without fish or plants to stir up sediment, the water remains pristine, giving it that breathtaking clarity. But this gorgeous natural wonder comes with a catch. Swimming is strictly prohibited. This rule is in place to protect the delicate ecosystem that allows the lake to thrive. Visitors can witness the beauty from the shore, perhaps taking a hike around its breathtaking perimeter. Picture tall trees framing the lake's edge and the shimmering blue depths inviting you to just dip in. Yet knowing that keeping its waters uncontaminated means respecting its rules. So next time you think of Alaska, remember Blue Lake, a sparkling jewel that remains untouched and full of natural wonder. What other secrets might this stunning lake be hiding? Why exactly does wealth accumulate so quickly? In just the tiny moment it takes for you to blink, someone could earn a startling amount of money. This stark contrast in income generation highlights the economic divide faced by many people today. The idea of queen status isn't just a catchy phrase. It signifies a level of consistent financial success that many aspire to reach. For those who have mastered their careers or found lucrative investments, money can flow in almost effortlessly. Meanwhile, countless individuals work long hours just to make ends meet. This disparity raises important questions about fair wages and opportunities. How can we ensure that everyone has a chance to achieve their own version of queen status? Conversations about income inequality are crucial, as they can inspire changes that lead to a more balanced economic landscape for everyone. Can you imagine that apples can be months old? Many people pick apples thinking they've just come straight from the tree, but the reality is quite different. By the time those shiny red or green apples hit the grocery store shelves, they might have been in storage for months. To keep apples fresh for long periods, growers use a variety of preservation techniques like controlled atmosphere storage, which reduces the oxygen levels around the fruit, slowing down ripening. This means that the apples you eat during the winter months may have been picked in the fall or even earlier. While these methods help reduce food waste, they also challenge our ideas about what fresh truly means. So why not explore local farmers markets or community-supported agriculture? CSA programs for apples that are picked just days before? You might discover flavors and textures that store-bought apples can't match. Let's uncover the truth about Tokyo Metro pushers. In the bustling heart of Tokyo, the metro system is a lifeline for millions, especially during peak hours. With trains packed to the brim, passengers often find it tricky to board quickly. This is where OSHA, or pushers, step in. These specially trained staff members gently help people onto the trains, ensuring everyone can squeeze inside without delays. Their assistance is vital for keeping the subway system on schedule, which is crucial in a city where punctuality is a way of life. OSHA are expert communicators, using friendly nudges instead of force, and they coordinate with other staff to manage the flow of passengers efficiently. Imagine standing at a platform and seeing these dedicated individuals making sure trains leave right on time. How amazing is it that such teamwork exists in one of the busiest cities in the world? Did you know the Arabian Peninsula is the world's largest? Spanning a whopping 3.2 million square kilometers, this vast expanse is primarily desert, making it a unique and fascinating region. Countries within the peninsula include well-known nations like Saudi Arabia, the United Arab Emirates, Oman, and Yemen, each contributing to the rich tapestry of culture and geography. This area is not just known for its size, it is home to stunning landscapes, ranging from endless golden dunes to rugged mountain ranges. The climate is mostly arid, which plays a crucial role in shaping the lives of the people who call this land home. Many communities have adapted to the harsh conditions, finding innovative ways to thrive in such an environment. Plus, with its significant reserves of oil, the Arabian Peninsula has heavily influenced global energy markets. Isn't it fascinating how a desert can hold such power and beauty? What if I told you Bugs Bunny could go solo? Chuck Jones, a legendary director behind many classic Looney Tunes cartoons, had some strong opinions about the film Space Jam. He famously criticized the idea that Bugs Bunny would ever need to ask for help to defeat a group of monsters. Jones believed that Bugs, with his clever wit and resourcefulness, could tackle any challenge all on his own. This perspective highlights not only the character's strength, but also the integrity of the stories that defined an entire generation. Bugs Bunny isn't just a cartoon character, he represents independence and cleverness. Fans of Looney Tunes have cherished his antics for decades, and Jones's views remind us of the qualities that made Bugs a household name. Do you think our favorite characters need backup, or can they take on the world alone? Prepare to be amazed by the Paris Agreement's impact. In a historic moment for global cooperation, 195 countries signed the Paris Agreement on climate change on April 22, 2016. This remarkable achievement marked the largest number of nations to ever sign an international treaty on the same day. The agreement aims to unite countries in their efforts to combat climate change by limiting global warming to well below 2 degrees Celsius above pre-industrial levels, with a goal of pursuing efforts to limit the temperature increase to 1.5 degrees Celsius. This ambitious target is crucial for avoiding the most severe impacts of climate change, like extreme weather, rising sea levels, and biodiversity loss. By committing to reduce greenhouse gas emissions, countries are taking a stand for the planet's future and fostering healthier environments for generations to come. How will this monumental agreement shape our world's outcome? Can you imagine that Japan trains skilled artists? In Japan, the tradition of honing artistic skills is deeply rooted in the culture. From calligraphy to martial arts, there's a wide array of disciplines that artists pursue. For example, ikebana, the art of flower arranging, teaches not only aesthetic beauty, but also mindfulness and balance. In contrast, sumo wrestling, often seen merely as a sport, incorporates rituals and training that elevate it to a highly respected art form. Students often undergo rigorous training under the guidance of masters who pass down techniques and philosophies developed over centuries. This dedication ensures that traditional arts flourish while also allowing contemporary artists to bring in new ideas and styles. Whether it's painting, pottery, or performing arts like no and kabuki, each discipline showcases the artist's passion and commitment. Isn't it fascinating how Japan preserves its rich heritage through these various art forms? Prepare to be amazed by ancient Egyptian fashion. In Giza, archaeologists uncovered a stunning dress made from over 7,000 individual pieces, showcasing the extraordinary skill of ancient artisans. This remarkable find offers a glimpse into the lavish lives of the ancient Egyptians, where clothing was not just about covering the body, but also about expressing status and artistry. Each piece of the dress was meticulously crafted, suggesting that fashion played a significant role in society. The fact that it survived through centuries in a tomb highlights the incredible preservation conditions and gives us valuable insights into everyday life in ancient Egypt. Often adorned with gold and intricate embroidery, garments like this dress were probably worn by nobility or those of high status. As we study these artifacts, we learn how the ancient Egyptians valued craftsmanship, beauty, and cultural identity. So, what does this discovery reveal about their society and the way they dressed for special occasions? Here's a wild fact about Russ Columbo's family. In 1930, the talented musician tragically died from an accidental gunshot, leaving his family in a heartbreaking situation. To protect their mother, who suffered from a heart condition, his siblings crafted an elaborate scheme to conceal the devastating news. They went as far as writing fake letters that appeared to be from Russ himself, maintaining the illusion that he was still alive. To make it even more convincing, they played his records and pretended he was hosting his radio show. This remarkable deception lasted for an astonishing 10 years. Remarkably, they managed to keep up the ruse until their mother passed away, showcasing a mix of love and desperation. While their intentions were to shield her from grief, this unusual chapter in the Columbo family story raises questions about how far people will go for the ones they love. What do you think of their actions? Discover the amazing origins of The Simpsons. The Simpsons is not just a beloved show, it represents a pivotal moment in animated television history. Created by Matt Groening, this show first hit screens in 1989 and quickly gained popularity for its sharp humor and cultural commentary. What many don't know is that it was developed alongside other animated series like Yaskemi Ovcha and Yabba Dabba, which were part of a wave of innovations in the animation industry. Simpsons made its mark by combining satire, relatable characters, and a unique family dynamic, setting it apart from its predecessors. Its influence can be seen today in countless animated programs that followed. So when you laugh at Homer's antics or Marge's frustrations, remember that this iconic series not only shaped entertainment, but also opened doors for future animation, encouraging diverse storytelling and creative freedom. Have you ever thought about how these early influences shaped your favorite shows? Here's a wild fact about chimpanzees and viruses. Did you know that chimpanzees played a crucial role in the creation of HIV? Research shows that these fascinating primates consumed two monkeys carrying different viruses. When the viruses mixed in the chimpanzee's body, they formed a hybrid virus. This hybrid eventually mutated into what we now know as HIV, the virus responsible for AIDS in humans. The transmission likely occurred when humans hunted these infected chimps for food, bringing the virus into our species. This surprising link reminds us how interconnected life on Earth is. The chimpanzee's ability to host multiple viruses underlines the importance of biodiversity and how viruses can adapt and evolve. While this connection can seem alarming, it also highlights the remarkable and intricate relationships between different species, most of which remain hidden from view. Understanding these processes is vital for preventing future outbreaks and protecting both human and animal health. Isn't it incredible how our actions can impact the entire ecosystem? Turns out the truth is that blue foods are rare. It might surprise you to learn that in nature, there are no truly blue foods. Even items that seem blue, like blueberries, are actually shades of purple rather than pure blue. This striking absence of blue in natural foods is why many people find it unappetizing when they encounter it in meals. The psychological effects of color play a big role in how we perceive food. Colors like red and yellow are often linked to deliciousness, while blue is associated with mold or spoilage. Think about it. How often do you see a bright blue apple or a vibrant blue carrot? This rarity helps explain why blue is often considered one of the least appealing colors in food presentation. So when you see food dyed blue, remember it's not natural. Isn't it fascinating how our food choices can be influenced by something as simple as color? Did you know that marching can collapse bridges? In an astonishing historical event, British soldiers once caused a bridge to collapse simply by marching in sync. This happened when their rhythmic footsteps unknowingly matched the natural frequency of the bridge, creating intense vibrations that the structure couldn't withstand. When the soldiers marched across, the ground-shaking beat built up energy, and the bridge literally gave way. After this incident, military leaders issued a directive requiring troops to break their marching rhythm when crossing bridges, preventing similar disasters in the future. This fascinating example shows how powerful synchronized actions can be, illustrating the importance of understanding engineering principles in our everyday lives. So next time you see a group marching, think about the unseen forces at play and the lessons learned from the past. What if I told you witches once caused panic in 1487? The Malleus Maleficarum was an official guide that shaped how witch hunts were conducted during this period. Filled with bizarre and chilling claims, this book suggested that a woman who didn't cry during her trial was guilty of witchcraft. Imagine the fear and paranoia that drove communities to such extremes. The guide also alleged that witches possessed the ability to steal men's penises and hide them away in magical boxes, a fear that likely fueled many a wild accusation. This dark chapter in history illustrates how superstition can lead to grave injustices and terrible consequences. With little understanding of science or psychology, people turn to these outrageous ideas to explain things they couldn't comprehend. The Malleus Maleficarum serves as a reminder of how easily misinformation can spiral, leaving a lasting impact on society. Could something like this happen today? Prepare to be amazed by snow's hidden secrets. Scientists have found that even fresh, white snow isn't as pure as you might think. In fact, snow acts like a magnet for pollutants drifting in from the air. This means that when snowflakes fall, they can capture tiny bits of dirt, dust, and even harmful chemicals, challenging the common belief that snow is always clean and pristine. Researchers tested various snow samples and discovered unexpected levels of pollution, showing that snow can actually reflect the air quality of the environment where it falls. So when you look at a beautiful blanket of snow, remember that it might be hiding some surprising secrets beneath that sparkling surface. Isn't it fascinating how this delicate frozen water can tell us so much about our air quality while looking so pure? Tiny but mighty, Vatican City holds a unique title. Did you know that Vatican City is the smallest country in the world? Nestled entirely within the city of Rome, this independent city-state covers just about 44 hectares, which is roughly 110 acres. To put that into perspective, it's about 1/8 the size of Central Park in New York City. Despite its size, Vatican City is incredibly significant. It serves as the spiritual and administrative center of the Roman Catholic Church, and it's home to the Pope. Visitors flock to see its famous landmarks, like St. Peter's Basilica and the Sistine Chapel, where Michelangelo's stunning frescoes captivate millions each year. The sheer amount of history and art contained within such a small area is astonishing. Right in Vatican City, you can find unique treasures and traditions that have existed for centuries, all while strolling through its charming piazzas and gardens. Isn't it fascinating how such a minuscule place can have such a massive impact on culture and religion worldwide? Did you know that a pizza delivery driver became a robbery pawn? This shocking event is known as the Pizza Bomber case, which unfolded in Pennsylvania back in 2003. The driver, Brian Wells, was approached by two individuals who claimed they had a bomb and forced him to rob a bank while wearing a collar that was supposedly rigged to explode. In a twisted turn of events, after successfully demanding cash, Brian was apprehended by police. Sadly, the situation escalated dramatically when the bomb detonated, resulting in his death. Investigators uncovered a complex plot involving multiple conspirators and a treasure hunt-style scavenger hunt that went horribly wrong. The case captivated the nation, raising questions about crime, coercion, and morality. It has since sparked discussions about how far someone might go when faced with life-threatening situations. This tragic story reminds us how unpredictable and dark life can be. Check out this fascinating detail about bandoliers. A bandolier is not just any belt. It's a stylish and practical accessory worn by soldiers to carry ammunition. This unique piece combines fashion with military utility, making it an essential item for readiness during combat. Traditionally, bandoliers were adorned with cartridges, allowing soldiers quick access to their ammo, while also showcasing a rugged style. Historically, they have been represented in numerous movies and artworks, highlighting their importance in warfare and the soldier's identity. From the battlefields of the past to modern depictions in films and video games, bandoliers symbolize a soldier's preparedness for action. They tell stories of bravery and conflict, and even today, you might see them incorporated into various fashion trends, blending history with contemporary style. Are you intrigued by how such a simple accessory can carry so much meaning? Believe it or not, squirrels are city newcomers. These playful creatures were not always a part of our urban landscape. In fact, squirrels were introduced to American parks primarily to beautify and enhance these green spaces. Originally, they thrived in forests and woodlands, where they lived in harmony with nature. As urbanization grew, local parks began to serve as habitats for these charming animals, providing them with food and shelter amidst the concrete jungle. Today, you can spot squirrels darting around in city parks and backyards, collecting acorns and chasing each other up trees. Their adaptability has allowed them to thrive in environments far from their original homes. So next time you see a squirrel nibbling a nut or performing acrobatics on a power line, remember that they are part of a fascinating story of adaptation and change within our cities. Did you know Uranus is massive enough for 63 Earths? This icy giant is the third largest planet in our solar system, and its sheer size is astonishing. To put this into perspective, if you could somehow fit Earths into Uranus, you could pack around 63 of our home planet inside. Uranus has a diameter of about 31,518 miles, making it 4 times wider than Earth, which is why it has such a colossal volume. Despite its massive size, Uranus is often overlooked because it doesn't have the same vibrant colors or visible rings that planets like Saturn possess. The planet is made mostly of hydrogen, helium, and methane, which gives it a striking blue hue. Interestingly, Uranus also spins on its side, unlike most planets, making its rotational axis tilt at about 98 degrees. This unique tilt leads to extreme seasons that last for over 20 years. So the next time you think about the solar system, remember that Uranus is a giant hiding in plain sight, waiting to be explored. Surprisingly, it's a fact that earthworms have 5 hearts. These amazing creatures might seem simple, but their cardiovascular system is quite fascinating. Earthworms, which play a crucial role in soil health, have a total of 5 hearts located around their bodies. These hearts, actually muscular contractions in the blood vessels, help pump a fluid called hemolymph, which circulates nutrients and oxygen throughout their bodies. Unlike humans, earthworms don't need lungs. Instead, they breathe through their skin. This unique respiratory system works well since they live underground where they can stay moist. By breaking down organic matter and aerating the soil, earthworms contribute significantly to maintaining healthy ecosystems. So next time you see one wiggling in the garden, remember that it has quite the extraordinary anatomy working hard beneath the surface. Did you know the Scream sold for $120 million? This iconic painting, created by Edvard Munch in 1893, achieved a staggering price at auction in 2012, making it one of the most expensive artworks ever sold. The artwork features a haunting figure with an agonized expression, standing against a swirling backdrop of color. Its intense emotion resonates with viewers across different generations and cultures, capturing universal feelings of anxiety and despair. Munch's inspiration for this masterpiece reportedly came from a panic attack he experienced while strolling at sunset, which explains the striking mix of vivid colors and the distorted figure. The Scream has become a symbol of modern existential angst, appearing in countless forms of popular culture, from films to memes. Its immense auction price reflects not only its historical significance, but also the timeless connection people feel to its powerful imagery. With its ability to evoke such deep emotion, it's no wonder the Scream remains a focal point in discussions about art and expression. What do you think this painting conveys to you? Let's uncover the truth about onions and dogs. Many pet owners might not know that all vegetables from the allium family, especially onions, are toxic to our furry friends. Onions contain a harmful compound called N-propyl disulfide. When dogs consume onion, even in small amounts, they can suffer from a serious condition known as autoimmune hemolytic anemia, AIHA. This condition disrupts the dog's red blood cells, causing them to break down faster than they can be replaced. Unfortunately, AIHA has a staggering 80% fatality rate if not treated promptly. Symptoms may include weakness, vomiting, and even jaundice, making it crucial to keep onions and related foods out of your dog's reach. If your dog accidentally eats onions, a trip to the vet is essential. Always keep an eye on what your pooch munches on, as some human foods can be dangerous. Guess what really drives the king cobra's survival? The king cobra, known scientifically as Ophiophagus, is a remarkable creature that holds a unique place in the snake family. Not only is it the only member of its genus, but it also has a fascinating diet. It hunts and eats other cobras. This incredible predator showcases nature's creativity, adapting its hunting skills to consume its own kind. But that's not all that makes the king cobra special. Unlike most snakes that leave their eggs to fend for themselves, the king cobra exhibits remarkable parental care by building nests for its eggs. In fact, the female wraps her body around the eggs to protect them from predators and regulate the temperature. This nesting behavior is rare among snakes and highlights the valuable role of the king cobra in maintaining the ecosystem. Isn't it amazing how such a fearsome serpent also shows a nurturing side? Did you know blinking is lightning fast? The muscles that control blinking are the fastest in the human body, showcasing astonishing speed and efficiency. In fact, on average, a person blinks more than 15,000 times a day. Imagine that. Each blink lasts only a fraction of a second, yet it plays a critical role in maintaining eye health. Blinking helps to keep our eyes moist and removes small particles like dust and dirt. It's an automatic reflex that we rarely think about until we focus on it. Interestingly, our blink rate can change depending on what we're doing. For example, when staring at screens, we often blink less, which can lead to dryness and irritation. So next time you're watching your favorite show or scrolling through your phone, pay attention to how often you blink. Isn't it incredible how an action like blinking, essential yet so common, can show just how amazing our bodies really are? Who would have thought that such a simple action could reveal so much about our health and habits? Did you know Simba was born using science? Simba is the first lion cub born through artificial insemination at the Singapore Zoo. This groundbreaking achievement not only showcases the wonders of modern science, but also marks an important milestone in conservation efforts. Simba, a lively and curious cub, spends his days exploring the zoo alongside his mother, Keela. Though he never got to meet his father, Mufasa, who faced challenges that made reproduction impossible due to aggressive behavior, Simba's story sheds light on how artificial insemination can help preserve species at risk of extinction. In the wild, many lions face threats like habitat loss and human conflict, making it vital to find innovative solutions. Simba's arrival is a shining example of how zoos can play a critical role in conserving wildlife and educating the public about the challenges our planet's creatures face. As he grows, he embodies hope for future generations of lions and the ongoing efforts to protect them. Isn't it amazing what science can do? Amazing discoveries about Uranus's magnetosphere await us. NASA's Voyager 2 spacecraft, which zoomed past Uranus in 1986, provided some groundbreaking data about the planet. However, recent evaluations are casting doubt on the accuracy of this data. Researchers have found that Voyager 2's observations may have coincided with a major solar wind event, which could have skewed the measurements of Uranus's magnetosphere. As a result, scientists might have been overestimating its strength for nearly 40 years. This realization is exciting for astronomers who are keen to refine our understanding of Uranus and its magnetic environment. As they reevaluate the old data alongside new technologies and methodologies, we can expect deeper insights into how this distant planet interacts with the solar wind. Who knows what other surprises await us in outer space? Guess what really drives New York City's subway system? The New York City subway is not just a means of getting around. It holds the title for the most stations of any metro system in the world, with an impressive count of over 470 stations. This sprawling network covers 245 miles, weaving its way through 4 of the 5 boroughs, providing essential transit for millions of daily riders. Each station offers a unique glimpse into the city's diverse neighborhoods and cultures. For example, travelers can hop on at the vibrant Times Square station, packed with advertisements and energy, or find serenity at the quiet Bleecker Street station, known for its beautiful tiles. The subway is a lifeline for New Yorkers and tourists alike, making it easy to explore everything from iconic landmarks to hidden gems. Can you imagine navigating the bustling streets of the city without this extensive network? What if I told you universal baby sounds exist? Priscilla Dunstan, an Australian researcher, has made a fascinating discovery that could change how we understand our little ones. Through her work, Dunstan has deciphered specific sounds that babies make, suggesting that these noises aren't just random cries but actually convey their needs. For example, she identified certain sounds that indicate hunger and others that signal discomfort or the need for sleep. By observing hundreds of babies, Dunstan found that regardless of culture or language, infants express similar sounds representing similar needs. This means that parents around the globe might just be able to translate these cries. Imagine the relief of knowing exactly what your baby wants simply by tuning into their sounds. This groundbreaking insight encourages parents to communicate more effectively with their babies, fostering a deeper bond and understanding. So the next time a baby cries, could it be a simple call for help or comfort that we just need to listen for? Did you know Michael Phelps has 23 gold medals? This impressive record makes him the Olympic champion with the most golds ever. Phelps, an American swimmer, competed in 4 Olympic Games from 2004 to 2016, showcasing his incredible speed and technique in the water. With a staggering total of 23 gold medals, he not only stands out among his peers, but also surpasses the medal counts of around 60 countries combined. While athletes like Larissa Latnina and Mark Spitz have also made their mark with 9 golds each, Phelps's achievement remains unmatched. His dedication to the sport, rigorous training routines, and remarkable mental strength helped him achieve this lofty goal. Every time he dove into the pool, he wasn't just racing against competitors, but also setting new standards for excellence in sports. Can you imagine the impact he's had on aspiring swimmers around the world? Prepare to be amazed by trivia mastery. After just 1 hour of diving into various trivia pieces, you'll find yourself brimming with quirky and fascinating facts. This experience doesn't just fill your mind with information. It transforms you into a member of the useless knowledge elite, Imagine chatting with friends and effortlessly sprinkling in unusual tidbits, like how honey never spoils or that octopuses have 3 hearts. This newfound knowledge not only makes conversations more fun, but also boosts your confidence. Everyone loves a good story or an unexpected fact that makes them think. Whether you're at a party or during a coffee break, these engaging nuggets of information can spark discussions and make you the center of attention. So why not dedicate an hour to trivia? You might discover a passion for learning that you never knew you had. You won't believe the Super Bowl ref rings. Super Bowl referees are honored in a special way that many fans might not know about. After officiating a game, these referees receive exquisite official rings that are not only symbols of their crucial role, but also masterpieces of design. Each ring is unique and is crafted to reflect the specific Super Bowl they officiated, incorporating elements from the game itself, like the logo and the date. This practice underscores the importance of referees in sports, celebrating their dedication and skill. Just like players, who often wear their championship rings with pride, referees showcase their rings as badges of honor, representing countless hours of hard work, training, and commitment to maintaining the integrity of the game. Each ring tells a story, reminding them of the thrilling moments they witnessed and the challenges they faced on the field. So the next time you watch the Super Bowl, remember that the men in stripes have their own special piece of history too. Here's a wild fact about Milan's vertical forest. This stunning architectural marvel, known as Bosco Verticale, features 2 skyscrapers that are literally covered in greenery. Imagine living in a building that boasts over 900 trees and 2,000 plants, all thriving on its balconies and terraces. This innovative design isn't just visually striking, it also offers impressive ecological benefits. Each tree helps improve air quality by absorbing carbon dioxide and releasing oxygen, making the urban environment healthier for everyone. Plus, the vertical forest serves as a habitat for various birds and insects, promoting biodiversity in the bustling city. Designed by architect Stefano Borri, the Bosco Verticale showcases how cities can integrate nature into everyday life. With its lush greenery rising high above the streets, it challenges traditional notions of urban living. Isn't it amazing how a forest can grow in the midst of skyscrapers? Prepare to be amazed by animal testing and cosmetics. Did you know that the cosmetics industry in the United States heavily relies on animal testing? Every day, millions of American women use about 12 personal care products, which can include makeup, lotions, and shampoos. However, many of these products are tested on animals to ensure they're safe for us, raising serious ethical questions. While beauty standards often prioritize the latest trends, they can clash with the welfare of animals that undergo testing. This practice raises concerns, as many believe that our quest for beauty should not come at such a high cost to living creatures. Thankfully, there are alternative methods available to test cosmetic safety without harming animals, and more consumers are choosing cruelty-free products. As awareness grows, the hope is that the industry can strike a better balance between beauty and compassion. What will you choose for your beauty routine? Is it really true that Normandy's beaches hold secrets? During World War II, the beaches of Normandy became the scene of some of the fiercest battles in history. In June 1944, Allied forces landed on these shores to launch a campaign to liberate Europe from Nazi control. This monumental event, known as D-Day, resulted in heavy casualties on both sides. Astonishingly, it is estimated that around 4% of the sand on these beaches is made up of human remains. This grim statistic highlights the harrowing cost of war and the sacrifices made by countless soldiers. Today, those beaches stand as a haunting reminder of the bravery and struggles faced during that pivotal moment in history. Visitors come not just to enjoy the beautiful landscapes, but also to pay their respects to the heroes who fought there. The stories behind each grain of sand reveal the deep and often shocking realities of conflict. What memories do these shores still hold? Is it really true that we forget names so quickly? The next inline effect explains why you might forget someone's name right after meeting them. Imagine shaking hands and exchanging pleasantries, only to realize moments later that their name has vanished from your memory. This happens because our brains are busy planning what to say next, making it hard to focus on the name we just heard. This common experience is not a sign of a bad memory. Rather, it's a natural byproduct of social interactions. Our minds juggle multiple tasks, from logistics to conversation flow, leaving little room for name retention. What's even more fascinating is that many people share this experience, meaning you're not alone. The next in-line effect reminds us that human brains have limits, especially in social situations where excitement and nerves can take center stage. So next time you forget a name, don't worry, it happens to the best of us. Why is Achilles' heel a term we all know? The iconic character of Achilles, brought to life by Brad Pitt in the film adaptation of Homer's Iliad, has captivated audiences for generations. Known for his unmatched strength and bravery, Achilles was nearly invulnerable. But sadly, he had one fatal weakness: his heel. This small, unprotected spot ultimately led to his downfall in the myth. Over time, the phrase Achilles' heel transformed from a literal vulnerability into a metaphor for any critical weakness a person or system might have. Whether it's in sports, business, or even our personal lives, we all have our own Achilles' heels. Understanding these vulnerabilities helps us recognize where we may need improvement or extra support. So next time you hear this phrase, remember its roots in ancient mythology and how it relates to our lives today. Believe it or not, Greece paid people to retire early. In an unusual move, Greece offered financial incentives for individuals to leave their jobs in their 30s, especially in hazardous occupations like hairdressing. The government aimed to protect workers from dangerous conditions, but this policy led to significant economic issues. While it intended to support employees, the combination of early retirements and tax evasion created a shaky financial situation. Many people who benefited from these incentives didn't always contribute fairly to the tax system, leading to a loss of revenue for the government. Moreover, with fewer workers contributing to the economy, Greece faced challenges in sustaining its public services and benefits. The early retirement trend highlights the delicate balance between protecting workers and maintaining economic stability. How did such an ambitious policy impact the lives of everyday Greeks? Why exactly does America celebrate Clown Week each August? This quirky celebration runs from August 1st to 7th every year, thanks to a declaration made by President Richard Nixon on August 2, 1971. Clowns have long been a part of our cultural fabric, bringing laughter and joy to countless audiences. This special week honors their unique contributions to the entertainment world, reminding us of their importance beyond just silly antics. Clowns have roots in various traditions, from the court jesters of medieval times to the colorful performers in modern circuses. They have a special ability to connect with people of all ages, often using humor to tackle serious issues or simply brighten someone's day. During Clown Week, communities across the U.S. engage in events that celebrate this art form, showcasing parades, performances, and even clown workshops. So why not embrace the laughter and spread some joy? After all, clowns remind us of the magic in laughter.